But this is what I find really fascinating, that you can compare the cycles of the year to your life and to your emotions also. It is all connected somehow. Hello lovely people! Today I want to talk about the times of the year and the emotional scale. So as it's now really cold and it's getting winter here in Germany, I'm thinking about the times of the year again. And I find it really fascinating because you can look at it and look at life and see a lot of similarities, or also about our day-to-day life. So there is spring, summer, autumn and winter, and we kind of go through the same cycle. I mean, when you look, for example, at the whole lifespan, there is spring when we are young and like kids and our youth, and then, I don't know, maybe when we enter our mid-20s, I don't know the exact same years, but then comes summer, and then there comes autumn when we finish with our jobs, and then winter when we are retired, or also when we are not that fit anymore, and then in the end die. This is so amazing. I find it so amazing to compare these kind of things, but the cycle of the year you can also compare to a shorter span of time in our lives. I mean, when it comes to a year, it's clear, but also when it comes to certain emotions. When we are really getting interested in something, then is spring, then we are really excited about a topic, are working on it, then is summer, and then when we finish with the project, then is autumn, and then when we are looking for something new and want to do something different, then it's winter. It can be related to so many topics, and this is what I find really fascinating about this topic. And the other thing what I want to compare it to is our emotions. I don't know if you heard about the emotional scale, but what the emotional scale basically says or compares is different emotions from shame, fear, guilt, sadness. Then comes at one point anger, then neutrality, then understanding, and then happiness, joy, love, enlightenment. And the thing is that these different emotions can be ordered by how much life power you have. Because when you think about when you're ashamed, with it, which is the lowest emotion that has the least power, then you feel like really you cannot do anything, you don't have any life power. But then when there is sadness, it's a bit higher, you have a bit more power, a little bit more life power. It's quite similar, but if you then compare it to anger, for example, and rage, if you are angry, you have a lot more life power than when you are sad or ashamed. And then this in comparison again to happiness or love, there is a lot more of life power in this emotion. And yeah, this is a topic that, for example, Abraham Hicks is talking about quite often, to keep moving up the emotional scale. And when you are aware of these emotions, you can really do that. You can really understand that, okay, first to come out of sadness, I need to be angry. And then when I'm angry, I can come at one point to neutrality. And yeah, then you can move up this scale. And it's anyways like this, that you are going through these emotions. You can never like avoid these lower emotions where you don't have too much energy, because it's also like this curve. It's almost like a sinus curve going up and down and up and down, and at one point crossing the zero line. And yeah, this is like the circle of the year, kind of. The thing is, when you are aware of your emotions and aware of this cycle, then you can kind of flatten this curve a little bit. Then it's not like going from very high to very low, then it's more like going from rather high to rather low. Yeah. But this is what I find really fascinating, that you can compare the cycles of the year to your life and to your emotions also. It is all connected somehow. So, with these thoughts, I wish you an amazing day. If you like this video, as always, give it a like. And otherwise, see you tomorrow.